Hey, welcome back. In this lesson, we're diving into something that's going to seriously change the way you work, AI automation. And specifically, we're going to look at two of the most powerful tools out there right now, Zapier and Make. By the end of this lesson, you're going to know exactly what these tools do, how people are actually using them in the real world, and, most importantly, which one you should be using. So let's get into it. What is AI automation? All right, let's start with the big picture. What even is AI automation? Think of it this way. You've got a bunch of apps you use every day, maybe a CRM, an email tool, a project management app, a form builder. Normally, moving information between those apps is manual. Someone has to copy and paste, update spreadsheets, send follow-up emails. It's repetitive, it's slow, and honestly, it's the kind of work that shouldn't require a human. That's where automation tools come in. Tools like Zapier and Make act as digital connectors. They link your apps together so they can talk to each other automatically. You set up a rule, basically saying, when this happens in app A, do that in app B. And then it just runs without you touching it. Here's a quick example to make it concrete. Say you're running Facebook ads and you're collecting leads. Instead of manually downloading that lead data and adding it to your CRM every day, you build a workflow just once, and from that point on, every new lead flows directly into your CRM automatically, and maybe even triggers a calendar reminder for your follow-up. That whole process happening in the background while you focus on other things. Now here's the interesting part. In 2026, both of these tools have gone even further. They now connect natively with AI-powered apps like ChatGPT. That means your automations aren't just moving data anymore. They can generate content, analyze customer feedback, make predictions, all automatically with AI baked right in. Real-world use cases. Okay, so let's make this even more practical. Let me walk you through some real ways people are using these tools right now. First, project management. Imagine someone fills out an intake form on your website for a new project. The moment they hit submit, a workflow fires off automatically. It creates a new project in Monday.com or ClickUp, assigns the right tasks to the right team members, and notifies everyone who needs to know. Nobody had to do that manually. It just happened. Second, data entry. If you've ever had to manually move contact information from a form into Salesforce, you know how painful that is. With automation, the second someone fills out your form, their data is already in your CRM. Clean, accurate, no copy pasting, no mistakes. Third, customer support. Here's one that's really powerful. You can set up a workflow where routine customer questions get handled automatically and only the complex issues get routed to your actual support team. Faster response times, happier customers, and your team isn't wasting time on repetitive tickets. And fourth, marketing. Marketers are using these tools to automatically schedule content across Instagram and LinkedIn, segment email lists based on how users are actually behaving, and trigger the right campaigns at exactly the right time. It's like having a marketing assistant running 24/7 in the background. The tools: Zapier versus Make. Alright, now let's get into the two tools themselves. Zapier is probably the most well-known automation platform out there. It connects with over 5,000 apps, which is massive, and it lets you build what they call zaps. A zap is basically a trigger and action pair. Something happens in one app and that triggers an action in another. The big win with Zapier is how easy it is to get started. You don't need any technical background. The interface is clean, the setup is straightforward, and there are templates for almost everything. It also has a free plan, up to 100 tasks per month, which is great if you're just getting started. Paid plans begin at $19.99 per month. That said, Zapier does have some limitations. It's not the most customizable tool. If you need to do something complex, like manipulate data in a specific way or interact directly with an API, Zapier can start to feel a little limiting. And for more complex workflows, the pricing can climb quickly. Now let's talk about Make. Make, formerly known as Integromat, is where things get more powerful. Instead of zaps, Make uses what it calls scenarios. And here's what makes it different. It's built around a visual interface. You actually see your entire workflow laid out on screen. Every module, every connection, every data path. You drag and drop to build your scenarios. You can see exactly how data flows from one step to the next. And when things get complex, because sometimes they do, Make gives you the tools to handle it. We're talking data manipulation, conditional logic, API integrations, even handling errors mid-workflow. Make's free plan gives you 1,000 operations per month, and paid plans start at just $9 per month, which is significantly more affordable than Zapier for what you get. The trade-off? Make has a slightly steeper learning curve. It has fewer app integrations than Zapier, and the documentation isn't always as beginner-friendly, but once you get comfortable with it, it's incredibly powerful. I'll pick Putov in and why. So which one should you use? Let me be direct with you. For this course, we're going with Make, and here's why. The visual interface alone is a game changer. Being able to see your entire automation laid out in front of you makes it so much easier to build, troubleshoot, and scale your workflows. It's not just more intuitive, it actually helps you think more clearly about how your processes work. On top of that, Make gives you significantly more flexibility for complex automations. If you ever need to manipulate data, add conditional logic, or connect directly to an API, Make handles all of that without requiring you to write code. It's a fully no-code platform, but it doesn't feel limited the way some no-code tools do. And at $9 a month for the core plan, the value is hard to beat. Wrap up plus transition. So to recap, AI automation tools like Zapier and Make. Let your apps work together automatically, saving you time, reducing errors, and letting AI handle the repetitive stuff so you can focus on what actually matters. Zapier is fantastic for beginners who want something quick and simple, but Make is our tool of choice because it's more powerful, more visual, more affordable, and gives you the flexibility to build automations that actually scale. In the next lesson, we're going to get hands-on. I'm going to show you exactly how to set up Make, walk you through your very first scenario from scratch, and by the end of it, you'll have a real working automation running. So don't skip that one. I'll see you in the next lesson.